also thank the Promesa PAC and thank Javier for giving us all the opportunity to speak to everybody today. So I'm running for County Court at Law number 15. For those of you that don't know, it's a countywide seat, not any particular district or precinct, and it's mainly a criminal misdemeanor court that hears A and B misdemeanors. I tell people that and they look at me like, what are class A and B misdemeanors? So you're looking at things like DWI, possession of marijuana, theft cases up to a certain amount, assault cases that are not family violence, prostitution cases, a whole wide range of cases are heard in this particular court. A little bit more about me, born and raised in San Antonio. I grew up near St. Mary's University in the West Side. I went to Jefferson High School, graduated from UT Austin, and then came back to San Antonio for law school. When I was a kid, I was really close with my grandmother, Grandma Vara, and she would take me to the dollar store, she would take me to elementary school, and I remember on this one time in particular, we were at a restaurant and the cashier was really rude to her. And I must have been 8 or 9 years old and I asked to speak to a manager. And I knew that even at that young age, I needed to stand up for my grandma. My grandmother was elderly, she didn't speak English very well, and I knew I had to be her voice. And being the voice for those that don't always have one is something that I've continued throughout my career as an attorney. Whether it's representing kids that are going through the CPS foster care system, representing indigent members of the community and helping them through the criminal defense system, or representing elderly members of the community and helping them to navigate a complex probate system. You know, people will always ask, you know, what kind of judge are you gonna be? And I think, you know, the more general is of course fair and impartial, but I think what I could bring to the bench is a level of compassion and a strong work ethic. Compassion because I feel like, especially with these criminal cases where you're sometimes dealing with 17-year-old kids who are still in high school and getting in trouble, you can't have a blanket sentence for everyone. You need to treat things on a case-by-case basis, regardless of someone's gender, regardless of someone's socioeconomic status, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their orientation. And it's that compassion, not just for some members of the community, but for all members of the community. And work ethic, because I feel that as an elected official, that's what the community deserves. My parents instilled in me a strong work ethic. I am so happy and so proud of my parents for doing so. I've worked hard for everything I've ever had in life, through high school, through college, through law school, and it's something that I continue as an attorney. Experience-wise, I've done over 200 criminal cases, I've done over 200 civil cases, I have jury trial experience, bench trial experience, and I think that that's, you know, important because you need a judge who's gonna show up every day. You need a judge who's going to show up on time, and you need a judge who's going to pull their own weight, and that's exactly what I intend to do if given the privilege to serve as judge of County Court 15. On the campaign trail, I was able to see Judge LaHood, and he had the bench prior to my opponent, and he told me, I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice. 1, treat other people the way you want to be treated, and 2, never forget where you came from. And I feel that that really resonates with me because that's exactly what I intend to do and bring to the bench if given the privilege by the voters of getting elected. So again, Melissa Vara, I respectfully ask for your vote, for your support. I have a website, www.votemelissavara.com. I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media there is out there, LinkedIn. So if you have any other questions for me, I'll be around. I do have signs and koozies and cards as well. But again, thank you everyone for coming here and giving us all the chance to speak to you.
Do you have a MySpace?